Personally, I don't feel drawn to worshipping gods or goddesses. It very quickly devolves into, the human is inferior / unworthy / sinful / must please the god or goddess. Plus, many gods are either not gods at all, or are more concerned with themselves than with humans, or are otherwise not really entities I want to worship. Worshipping Source directly is theoretically valid, but it is all-encompassing, unified, personality-less, and not concerned with directly intervening in human affairs on the micro scale. So I don't think worshipping Source will appeal to most people. However, Ganesha once shared a metaphor that humans are really good at constantly producing iron, or energy / attention, but are very bad at turning iron, or into useful iron tools. Whereas non-human beings have little iron, but are great at turning iron, or into iron tools. I think that's entirely true. From that perspective, it makes rational sense for humans to trade their iron, or for iron tools, by working with the right non-human entities. It's a win-win for both sides. And this can be as simple as making a request to an archangel. Doing this doesn't deplete or drain the human permanently. It only costs the human a minute or so of attention. From the human perspective, that's a very low cost for what they get back. Hence today I present Sovereign Symbiosis. It's a system where you work with archangels or ascended masters, because I think those are the most helpful beings to work with. It's called Sovereign Symbiosis because the human remains sovereign. You treat these beings as peers or as mentors you work with, not as gods to be worshipped. And it's a symbiosis. It's helpful for the human, for the non-human entity, and for mankind as a whole. Now, working together with archangels and ascended masters is a very standard idea in modern spirituality. This system is different from the normal spiritual approach in two ways. 1. It invites you to call on these beings for help at least once per day, or more, even if only for something small. Whereas the average spiritual person perhaps only asks for help once per month or something like that. These beings will also very explicitly tell you what they can help you with. You absolutely don't need to spend all your waking hours on this system. You're encouraged to just go live your life. And whenever you can use a little help, whenever something comes up, you can ask for that help via this system, which should only take a minute or so per day. 2. The normal spiritual approach focuses only on, what can I get from these beings? This system has that, but also invites you once per day to contribute, to create, to become excellent at something, to better yourself, to spend time with friends and family, etc. After all, this is how you become a happy, well-adjusted person who makes the world around them better. That said, nothing here is mandatory. It's a suggested system, and you can tweak it as you like. You are the sovereign, after all. You can work with any archangel or ascended master you want, but I especially recommend these 7. Your own soul. What should you do in a given situation, aligning with your purpose? Archangel Michael. Protection, discipline, excellence. Archangel Ariel. Nature, simpler living, finding a partner. Archangel Raphael. Healing, safe travels. Jesus. Love, divine masculine, wisdom, community. Mary Magdalene. Divine feminine, friends and family, stepping into your power. Saint Germain. Creation, alchemy, new ideas. You absolutely don't need to work with all of them. Just work with whoever you feel drawn to at that moment. Many of these beings are very versatile. Suggestions for what requests to make of them are included below, but you can also make other requests. Feel free to use your intuition. Or just experiment. The very worst thing that can happen is nothing. They won't punish you, make your request come true in a twisted way, or get mad at you. If you're not able to hear / receive messages from these beings, you can still work with them. Simply ask for help, and they'll receive the message and give you help even if you aren't able to hear their confirmation. If you asked for information or for what decision you should make, then keep your eyes open for signs, or open a book on a random page and check if the answer is right there. It's best to ask for help with a specific thing, and not just ask for help in general. So for example, it's better to ask Ariel for help with specifically finding a partner if that's what you're interested in, rather than just asking Ariel for general help. Leave it up to the archangel or to the ascended master how the solution should be presented, or how the problem should be solved. So for example, just say, Archangel Ariel, please help me find a partner, rather than saying, Archangel Ariel, please make sure I meet a great person I can date next Saturday when I go to the karaoke bar. After asking for help, it makes sense to take appropriate action to support that. For example, if you ask for help with finding a partner, then go to some social events, especially ones that you feel some pull/draw towards. If something arises or occurs in your life, if there's a coincidence, act on it productively. If the help doesn't seem to manifest, Try adding to your request what you're willing to do to support your request. For example, you can say or think, Archangel Raphael, please help me heal from this. I am willing to face old pain if necessary. Also, keep in mind that there's only so much that energetic help can do. You won't always get what you want. Plus, sometimes the right time for a request hasn't arrived yet, or you first need to learn some lesson, or need to take some action before that request can manifest. So keep your eyes open and listen to your gut and intuition. If you feel drawn to do something, that may be the key to manifesting your request. I'll first discuss working with your soul, and then I'll share channeled messages from each of these archangels/ascended masters. Your own soul. What should you do in a given situation? Aligning with your purpose, you can call on your soul to know what you should do in a given circumstance. You can ask your soul for either direct communication or for a sign. Your soul is your ultimate guide. No one can advise you as well as your soul can. Your soul invites you to align with it. You have the right to do as you wish with your life. But if you want to align your life with your soul, then you can say or think something like, I ask that my life becomes aligned with my soul. You can also use your own words for this. This may not always lead to something that's pleasant or comfortable, but it will make you satisfied and happy in the medium term. Archangel Michael. Protection, discipline, excellence. This is Archangel Michael. I am very happy to be talking to you today. I want to thank you for your courage, for your love, for the discipline and perseverance you've already shown. Thank you for your steadfastness and all the help and love you have already shown to others. You are an inspiration to us, here in the heavens. I know the world seems dark right now, but hang on. The dawn really is close to breaking on your world. And you too are already contributing to the coming of this upcoming dawn, every single day. Thank you very much. I love, respect, and honor you deeply. Ultimately, darkness isn't an energy or a force in and of itself. It's merely the absence of light. One candle can illuminate an entire room, because the darkness isn't a thing in and of itself. It's merely the absence of light. Similarly, loveless people don't have a power in and of themselves. All they have is the absence of love, for themselves and for others. You can call on me for protection for yourself and your loved ones. You can also call on me to help you find the courage and discipline within yourself to complete difficult tasks. You can just do this in normal everyday language. For example, Archangel Michael, please help me with this task. Speaking this and thinking this both work. You can call on me to help find and communicate your own boundaries. You can call on me to help you deal with toxic or abusive situations. You can call on me to help restore justice, although my help may only become visible in the long term, and it may not look like conventional punish the guilty justice. You can call on me to help you study, to function well at work, and to build a career along conventional lines. Or you can call on me for help with your company if you have one, or to lead. I'm more on the side of disciplined, conventional excellence. If you want revolutionary new ideas or unconventional brilliance, call on Saint Germain, as described below. I invite you to help others who need it, without sacrificing or overburdening yourself. I suggest that every month you help at least one person, either practically helping out someone you know, or by donating a bit of money to a good cause or to a person in need, or by doing a bit of volunteer work, or by starting some kind of initiative or company that helps society. I also invite you to work on building good, solid habits for yourself. For example, eat well. Walk a bit every day. Meet your needs. Build towards this in a sustainable way. Very slightly improve your habits this week, then improve your habits just a bit more the week after. If you fail, no need to beat yourself up. Just continue doing your best. That's all you can do, your best, but that's also what you should do. I invite you, possibly now or possibly when the ground under your feet is a bit more stable, to really commit to becoming an expert in one of 3 domains. This is both a service to mankind, and it will make you more satisfied and happy to really become great at something. Of course, you won't be an expert after a week. Just steadily work towards that in a way that's feasible. You don't necessarily need to be world-class at something. Even by being good at something, you can already contribute quite a lot and help others substantially. Of course, you can call on me for help/facilitation with this. I invite you to face your fears, to have that difficult conversation, and to do that thing that you know you should do. Yes, it is tough, and I honor that, but you'll feel much better afterwards. Feel free to call on me, and together we will get through it. Archangel Ariel. Nature, simpler living, finding a partner, my beloved brothers and sisters. This is Ariel speaking. It is my joy to be able to talk to you, and hopefully work with you. The symbiosis of humans and nature especially fills my heart with joy. Because after all, you are not separate from nature. You are part of nature. You don't need to feel guilty. Indeed, humans have damaged nature a lot, and yes, it is good to preserve nature. However, nature is incredibly resilient and will always find a way to adapt and thrive. Indeed, you can get inspiration from that. I encourage you not to see yourself as separate from nature. And sure, this means that you shouldn't just poison the rivers. But it also means that you shouldn't have that subtle separation where you care about nature, but you still see nature as something that's over there, while you see yourself as being over here and separate from it. If you think humans are the only species that damages nature, you're not. If left to their own devices, certain animals will just hunt other species to extinction. Some plants will choke the life from other plants. Some animals are parasitic. Nature operates on these dynamics and always adapts and thrives, so there's really no need to feel guilty. Though yes, for your own sake and for nature's sake, it's still good to act in ways that aren't too destructive towards it. Humanity is genuinely one beautiful expression of nature. You're not the destroyers of nature. Again, that's the separation trap, or the fallacy that plants or animals never harm other plants or animals. You're simply one beautiful part of nature. Period. No need to feel guilty. Yes, do try to act symbiotically towards nature. Just like it's good to treat other humans in win-win ways, so too is it beneficial to treat nature in win-win ways. You too benefit if there are trees. If you maintain your nature locally, you can spend time in it, feel grounded, and feel more connected and happy. You can call on me to restore a more authentic, natural, simpler, back to your roots type of living for you/your family. If you live in the city and feel burned out, I can help with that. You can call on me to connect to nature or animals, to let your worries and anxiety go, especially if you're in nature, and to help with efforts to protect nature. You can also call on me if you need a type of inner strength that's simply inherent and natural and authentic to you. It's the type of inner strength that's always been there. You may simply not have noticed it before. You can call on me for abundance. And what's even more effective is saying something like, Archangel Ariel, please show me how I can be abundant, rather than just saying, Archangel Ariel, please manifest this month's rent for me. It's more effective to ask me to teach you how to fish. You can call on me to help you find a partner. A very effective way to do this is by saying, Archangel Ariel, please help me find a partner, and please help me grow in such a way that I am a good partner myself. And be ready to potentially deal with some things that come up, and be ready to potentially put in some work. You can call on me to improve your sex life, although of course I'm not going to mind control that other person. What I can do is help you communicate better, or help you become a more attractive, passionate, and skilled partner. And if all else fails, I can help you find the courage to walk away, mourn, and later find another person who is sexually compatible with you. You can call on me to help with menstruation, fertility, pregnancy, giving birth and recovering from that, breastfeeding and menopause. Both women and men are facing gender-based discrimination at this time. You can call on me to help with that. I invite you to treat people of the other gender with love, gentleness, and respect. Listen to them, and express appreciation about the things that you genuinely appreciate. You don't fully know what people of the other gender are going through, simply because you're not having to deal with some of the challenges that they have to deal with. So you're in no position to criticize them, except where they're clearly being directly harmful, not indirectly harmful, directly harmful. I invite you to regularly spend time in nature. I invite you to metaphorically honor the seasons. There are times when you should commit, work hard, and move forward. There are also times when you should reflect. And there are times when you should rest. I invite you to do the right thing at the right time. And if you're not sure what you should be doing at this current moment, feel free to call on me, or your soul, for guidance/suggestion/inspiration. There is no magical coffee angel that can give you a fresh injection of energy whenever you're tired. If you're tired, you should simply rest. And if you feel guilty about resting, call on me and I can help with that guilt. I look forward to hearing from you, and potentially working with you. It is our joy to be called upon. You are not a burden at all. In fact, all of us angels would love to hear from you. Feel free to call on us as often as you want, and to make as many requests as you want. Even if that's 10 per day, that's completely fine. We can work in as many places as needed simultaneously, so you're not hogging the helpline. Even from a selfish perspective, it is beneficial for us archangels to be called upon. Using the metaphor earlier, you give us iron or simply by focusing your attention on us. So if you call on us and we help you, we actually become slightly more powerful in the process, and thereby more able to help others. From your perspective, you may think that you're just using us for help, but actually helping you is our purpose. Plus, we get empowered in the process. Obviously, we also simply love you and wish to help you. We're not doing it for selfish reasons. Still, nature, you and even us archangels are a symbiosis when you look at it from a zoomed-out perspective. So please call on us for help as often as you want. Even for small things. Both you, mankind, and us will benefit if you call on us. You are deeply loved, and you are not too much. You have never been too much. Archangel Raphael. Healing, safe travels, my beloved friends. This is Archangel Raphael. The heavens love you so much that if you fully felt that love for even a second, you would likely cry. You are oh so fully worthy of love. And you always have been. No one is more courageous and brave than you for having decided to come to Earth. Honor that. Honor yourself. Please be gentle to yourself. You are already amazing, and you already have done so much. Please don't hold yourself to some impossible standard. No one is performing perfectly. It doesn't make sense to judge yourself against that standard. Instead, just earnestly do your best. You can call on me for any kind of healing, whether physically, emotionally, or overcoming addictions or habits you don't wish to have. That said, if you need help from a doctor or psychologist, I recommend going to them. This isn't in contradiction to the heavens. Sometimes the best way for a human being to get healed is to go to another human. And of course, psychologists and doctors are humans too. Yes, some cures that doctors prescribe are bad. For example, if people don't strictly need drugs, people should be hesitant about letting themselves be put on them, especially long-term. However, it's too simple to say that people should never go to a doctor. Often, doctors do help. And yes, sometimes drugs are the least bad option. In any case, I certainly will help you if you call on me. Not always, but often there is old buried pain that is indirectly causing health issues. While sometimes agonizing, actually facing this old pain alchemizes it and turns it into metaphorical gold, i.e. strength or wisdom. You can work through old pain by slowly going through a physical malady, but that's slower and more painful and less alchemizing than facing the pain directly. Therefore, if you're suffering from something and would like healing, what I recommend is that you say, Archangel Raphael, please help me with this issue. I am willing to face my underlying pain. This gives me and the universe permission to reveal that underlying pain, and then it can be resolved much more quickly, with less pain in total, and with much more alchemization of that issue into metaphorical gold, i.e. strength or wisdom. Saying this won't cause you to face more pain than you can handle. You can also call on me for safe and prosperous travels. I invite you to listen to others, without trying to change or judge or fix or convince them, because that is a great and loving service to them indeed. I invite you to observe whatever arises, or in other words, whatever arises, observe that. This practice has been shared earlier, and I think it's a great habit for psychological hygiene. Do that, and you may not need as much healing down the road. With all my love, this was Archangel Raphael Jesus/Yeshua/Sananda. Love, divine masculine, wisdom, community, my cherished brothers and sisters, welcome. It is my joy to speak to you. However you feel at this moment, however you're doing at this moment, from my perspective it is not wrong. You are as you are, and you're doing as you're doing, and you are infinitely worthy and good enough. You and everyone else is fully part of the divine. There's no part of you that's not divine. Your current state is your current state. I invite you to not fight against it, not resist it, because truly there is nothing to be ashamed of. There is nothing to judge about it. I invite you to take a few deep breaths, because if you just accept your current position and breathe, then your baseline nature will take over, which is love and empathy and compassion and productive forward movement. Breathe and get out of your own way as much as possible, and the flower that you truly are can bloom to its fullest. You can call on me for any kind of help, protection, healing, guidance, inspiration, or aid for a project you're working on. Anything you want help with, I can help you with. Although as with the others it may be effective to say something like, Jesus, please help with this. I am willing to put in effort and self-reflection on my side as well. You can call on me and ask for wisdom. You can call on me to remove obstacles to self-love. Although cultivating true self-love may in practice involve facing some difficult and painful things first, you can call on me to unlock your divine masculine. People of all genders can do this. I invite you to love others and to treat them as you would wish yourself to be treated. It's a cliché at this point, but consistently acting like this really will transform your life and your community. I invite you to do a little bit of spiritual practice every day. That can just be a few slow, deep breaths every day. Or it can be 5 minutes of meditation. Doing just a little bit of it every day will produce unbelievably large fruits in the future if it's done consistently. It's a great investment, and you are fully worthy to receive those fruits. I invite you to briefly give thanks before every dinner, because truly it is a blessing to be able to eat, to drink, and to have a roof over your head. This is a 10-second habit that will make you a happier person. I invite you to share your knowledge and give mentoring at the right hour and to the right people. It doesn't have to be today or this year, but take the opportunity when it comes, because it's a great gift for both yourself and the person receiving the mentoring. Don't worry about whether enough people will see your work. Just put it out there and trust that the right people will find it. It's up to you to share your gifts, not to force the entire world to accept them. I invite you to create a formal or informal community if you feel called to do so. This isn't everyone's path, but living in an anonymous city isn't good for the average person's health. Most people would thrive in smaller, tighter-knit, voluntary communities. If you can create that, or if you can just create a feeling of community with a group for an evening, that is a blessing. If you want help with this, feel free to call on me. Mary Magdalene, Divine Feminine, friends and family, stepping into your power, my beloveds. How have you been? I know the situation on Earth is painful for many of you. How have you been managing? Does it feel worth it? Are you still working to build your own life? Are you enjoying it, or not? I encompass the Divine Feminine. I invite you to spend time with friends and family, to be kind to them, to listen to them, and support them. After all, connecting with your friends and family is what makes life worth living. You can call on me to connect with your friends and family, to improve your contact with them, to resolve conflicts, and to find a healthy way of spending time with them that honors both you and them. You can call on me to make new friends, or to improve existing relationships. You can call on me, or Archangel Raphael, to deal with the grief from the death of a loved one, or the end of a relationship. I also invite you to recognize the qualities and talents you already have. Each and every one of you already has amazing qualities and talents, and these can be enhanced even more by diligent work. Sure, you're not perfect, but no one is. To have a positive impact on the world and others, to express yourself and step into your power, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be blissful and happy and balanced every single day. You just need to show up and stand for yourself and your principles, and be. Other people aren't perfect either. It's natural to look at yourself and see weaknesses, and look at certain other people and see their strengths, but that's not a fair comparison. Sure, you won't be good at everything, but each and every one of you is amazingly talented at something. Plus, everyone deserves love and to be treated with respect. And you should also love others and treat others with respect. You can call on me if you want to step into your power and become the best version of yourself. You can call on me to unlock your quiet, confident inner strength, to become the authentic, unafraid you. You can call on me to help you deal with situations where you or others aren't treated properly. You can call on me for emotional comfort, for the strength to carry on, to have that conversation, and to improve your situation. I want you to stand in your power. But if you want others to honor that, you should also honor other people's power and talents, and treat them with respect too. Otherwise, you become a tyrant. You can call on me to help unlock your divine feminine. Both men and women may do this. You can call on me to properly help balance your masculine and your feminine. You can call on me to help you to lead. Women leaders especially will benefit from this, but men will benefit from this too. You can call on me to speak up and stand in your own truth, even if all the world disagrees with you. You can call on me if you need to speak in public. You can call on me if you want to protect or stand up for your loved ones. You can call on me if you want to feel my love. You can call on me for general help too. I invite you to also treat others as masters who are fully worthy of love and respect. It's a two-way street. If you want to be treated with love and respect, treat others like that too. I invite you to practice small acts of kindness. It matters more than you think. Saint Germain. Creation, alchemy, new ideas. Greetings, my beloved ones. This is Saint Germain speaking. What lights my soul on fire is creating things. Whether that's a quick sketch made in 1 minute, or spending a year making an artistic masterpiece, or starting a company, or constructing a structure under which a community or even a country can thrive. I love artistic things, yet creating normal, non-artistic things is beautiful and worth doing too. I am the ascended master most associated with alchemy. Alchemy is simply the art of turning one thing into another thing. The traditional pursuit was turning lead into gold, But you can also turn emotional pain into wisdom/service. Or you can turn setbacks into strengths. Or you can turn a society that is especially weak in one regard into a society that is especially strong in that regard by applying the lessons of the past. You can call on me if you want to create, innovate, or change something. This can be something relatively small, or it can be a revolutionary idea or change. If you want to completely change society, together we can absolutely do that. All I ask is that you don't think small, and that you don't limit yourself. You can call on me if you have suffered in the past and wish to do something positive or productive with that, either self-empowering or artistic, or to help others. I am the best person to call on for that. You can call on me if you're in a bad situation. We'll turn it into a good situation together, or at least into something that isn't too bad and that can be learned and recovered from. You can call on me for inspiration or motivation or new ideas. If somehow connecting to your soul isn't working for you, then you can call on me to help you discover your life purpose, or help discover, what should I be doing in broad strokes for the next few years? As the master alchemist, you can call on me for financial freedom and abundance so that you can focus on higher pursuits than make money in order to pay rent. That said, it's possible that I'll work with you to create something, and that will be the thing that gives you financial freedom, or it's something you love doing so much that it doesn't feel like work. If you don't just want enough to live off, abundance, but you actually want luxury and nice things and unique experiences, feel free to call on me. I love that too. There's absolutely no shame in this, and I'm thrilled to work with you on creating something that can get you to that level of abundance. You can call on me to facilitate freedom for either yourself or your society. I invite you to occasionally create new things and share them where appropriate. Even if they're not world-class, others may still enjoy them or benefit from them or find inspiration or new ideas in them. Plus, it's part of the spark of life that you express yourself by creating things. I love working with people. Don't be shy. It is my joy to work with you and create new things together with you. Two people can create more inspired things than one person. I look forward to seeing what things we can create together. So, as a quick summary, your own soul call on it for knowing what to do in a given situation it invites you to. Align with it. Archangel Michael, call on him for protection, courage, and discipline. Becoming really good at something he invites you to. Help others, improve your routines, become really good at something. Archangel Ariel, call on her for simpler living, inner strength, abundance, finding a partner, improving your sex life. She invites you to spend time in nature, treat the other gender with respect, metaphorically honor the seasons, work hard at the appropriate time, rest at the appropriate time. Archangel Raphael, call on him for healing, travel. He invites you to whatever arises, observe that. Listening to others. Jesus, call on him for anything. He invites you to love others, treat them as you wish to be treated, do a small amount of spiritual practice each day, express gratitude before dinner, create community. Mary Magdalene, call on her for make new friends, strengthen bonds with friends/family, standing in your power, becoming the authentic, unafraid you, leadership. She invites you to treat others with love/respect too, treat them too as you wish to be treated, spend time with friends/family. Saint Germain, call on him to creating or transforming art or structures or companies, having new ideas that are potentially revolutionary. Abundance. He invites you to create things and share them. Why you won't be replaced by AI. You can call on Saint Germain, and AI can't. Every day, I suggest that you call at least once on one of these 7 beings. Even if only for something small. 1 or 2 sentences suffice. Thought or spoken aloud. Every day I suggest that you do something that they recommend. Even if it's only a bit of meditation, or some kindness, or taking a few slow deep breaths, or practicing gratitude for 10 seconds before dinner. This isn't homework. It's something that will make you a happier, more balanced person. Often these things won't take more than 1 or a few minutes per day. You don't need to hoard these blessings, or try to make them permanent. That's actually counterproductive. Just live your life normally, and ask for help if something comes up, or if you want to achieve something. The help will automatically last for the proper duration. This system isn't meant to be something you obsess over, or try to carefully engineer. Just live life, and occasionally spend a minute asking for help, or asking for something amazing, or asking for something you would like to experience or receive. Play with it, and when the game is over, let it go and move on. With all my love, AS.